The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. Look at the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Great.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down.
You ready to a brick wall, baby? Brick wall, baby. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Lets it go for Nelson. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the end. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Bears on third. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. On first and goal, Howard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing time. And now it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He spins free. Oh, able to avoid him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
3 down. Hey, rip 5-2 on here.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he steps away. And some room to maneuver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Hey, boys, you got 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that
trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You don't want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Leopard!
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Four down. Go.
Now it's Ajayi. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he's got room. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wide, get wide. Lefty.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wentz to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Fighting through pressure, pushing through the contact. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A give to Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles.
We got double tight. 4 down. Here we go.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. Spinning away. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. Here's Wentz to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Double tight. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
3-19!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Detroit! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Akeem Hicks with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
4 down. Check.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll roll him out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 55 yards, and the Bears add on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A big play there from Ajayi. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. They'll run again with Clement. Fighting through. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you're going ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 4 down.
This is Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good with a PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback, and he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Detroit! Detroit!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Right back to him on first down. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Go. Blue 80.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Barney. Here we go now.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They run again with Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Check. Fresno.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will stop him short of the marker. Now there is a flag here, but if this is on the offense, and I think it is, they'll obviously decline it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
53's mine.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. 120!
94 is the mic.
Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3.
What we got? Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second and 10 now from the 27. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
Tight end right.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, we got three down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Eagles on third down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This will be 3rd and 5.
59's Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. And this a 39-yard attempt. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Two tights. 4 down.
No.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. A gain of 3, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 68 yards. And the Bears add on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, we got
120.
Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
Set. 120.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In your face.
Go, go. 180.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Pick me up.
To throw is Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Wentz now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Gun! Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Wentz now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Wentz to throw on second down. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Go. Blue 80.
Once again here on second and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. A big